Yo, what's going on, subscribers? What's up, YouTube? I'm dropping a video to address a couple of things, but it's just funny, right? Because as I pay attention to a lot of things and see the patterns, I've been connected the dots a long time ago, but it's just I just be letting people pull the strings even more. So I came across two videos, right? I came across a video with a dude talking about he get paid for gang stalking, right? And another video with somebody in my area that was talking about certain things that's happening around him. Now, I haven't spoken about certain things because, like I said, I had to observe and pay attention to what's been going on, to make sure and figure out what's really happening around me. So by him addressing his situation, it makes me feel comfortable to speak about certain things now. Because, like I said, I had to observe and figure out what's really going on in my surroundings. So I'm gonna play the video of the dude talking about the gang stalking situation, and then I'm gonna play the other situation after that.
And I'm putting my life in danger by doing it. I don't feel good about this. I feel guilty as hell. This is why I'm sharing it. But there's a 3-letter agency. The letters are I, A, and C. I'm sure you can do the math on that. And I'm sure you've heard the term G-stalked or getting followed. I get paid $10,000 a month by that organization to follow people. All I have to do is follow one person a day, make sure they see me, take a video, send it in. I have a tracking app on my phone. I can see at least 100 people a day, and I get to pick who I follow. All I have to do is make sure they see me and send in the video. That's it. Just doing some creepy shit. Share this, like this, send it to your homies. If you called someone crazy for getting G-stalked, sorry, dude. It's real.
Alright, so now you hear it for yourself. Like I said, I've been observing what's going on. So, like I said, certain people get certain things, right? Now, with him saying he get to pick who he want and just do some creepy shit or whatever, like I said, the things that happens around me is far from creepy, Like I said, it don't always be creepy stuff, But like I said, I observe everything. I'm really street smart and I'm very intelligent, so I can tell when certain things is and how people do the tracking. Cause the majority of the people that walks outside keeps their phone in their hand, right? So it's like I said, it's like a app, a group app where they get to be on the app and they group up and do certain things, right? Now, how can they be able to do that unless you have some type of chip on you, some type of track on you? I haven't been walking around with technology for a couple of times just to prove that it ain't just the phones, right? Now, with him saying it's just creepy stuff he do, like I've been saying, I go through some serious stuff sometimes, where I have to defend myself. So there's no way it could just be creepy, right? And by me about to do the video, it's just funny how I didn't come outside all day. I step outside and the person I had an altercation with, now mind you, I usually step out and drive my vehicle, but I came out and walked around the corner from where I stay at. Now, for him to show up as soon as I step outside, this is what I'm saying, how they try to set up different situations, right? So if I defend myself I'm wrong, right? But in all reality, they the ones that's stirring up the situation. So it's just funny how I just said I'm gonna come out and do this video, and then he just pop up out of nowhere, right? But like I said, I don't even pay no attention because I know now I gotta play the paper game, you know. So I'm gonna play the other clip real quick.
This is a PSA to remind niggas that back door is wide open. That back door is wide open. Cause let me tell you something. Some weird shit been going on. And I've been peeping game, right? Car getting broken into. All type of weird shit. Last night some funny shit happened where I can't really talk about it online and shit like that. We don't talk about crime. But weird shit just been going on. So I woke up this morning, right? And I said, you know what, enough is enough. I came over here to where AutoZone is at, a couple places at, and I told niggas, strip my car. Strip it. Rugs up, seats out, strip it. I don't fuck it up, strip it. If you gotta pull the plastic off the side of it, strip this shit. The back door is wide open. Somebody that I fuck with, somebody that I trust, that I allowed to get in my car, because I don't let strangers in here, decide to stash a tracker in the crevices of my car in a spot I couldn't even get to. A Mexican nigga found it. Bobby, what the fuck is this? The back door is wide open. But take the fucking speaker, the Alpine, take the speakers out too. Take all that shit out, fuck it up. Open that. Pull it off the door, I don't care. Pull it off the door. A fucking tracker. Watch them, cause they creeping.
Alright, so like I said, I've been going through this for quite some time because I done went through multiple vehicles, right? And I used to always say I was being followed when I had my other vehicles, but now that I have this one, I know for a fact, like he said, a lot of weird stuff been happening. Since I got the vehicle, that's what's been happening, a lot of weird stuff, right? And it's not just like I said, it's been, I done already showed y'all different videos of how they try to stage accidents to try to get me into car crashes and all that, right? I done showed y'all multiple videos of that. You know, now I had somebody that I know place some type of tracker in my vehicle, you know, but it wasn't like the type of tracker this person found, you know, and I don't know what made me go in the back seat and reach in that area when he left. Something just made me reach there. Don't ask me why. It just happened, and I found something that was tracking me, right? Now, that was like a couple of years back, about 5, 6 years back, before the pandemic started, right? Now they got all these air tags. So a prior incident that I had with somebody that led to an altercation, the person said they tracking my vehicle, right? Another person that I had gotten to try to hit me with the vehicle, he winds up showing up in the area where I was at. I remember the vehicle and I approached his vehicle, and I seen an AirTag notification on his phone. Now, I seen that pop up on my phone one time since I had the vehicle, but I haven't seen it on my phone at all since. And I didn't have a iPhone back then. I just bought an iPhone recently. So all of a sudden I seen something say AirTag on my, so I know it's an AirTag in here, I just don't know where it's at, right? So I just go different places now and wait for people to show up. So, like, me knowing that it's a track on my vehicle and the amount of people that's involved with doing this, you know, it just shows me. And then I know it's a listening device. Because if I park on the street, like I said, I can show you tons of videos how I orchestrate different stuff to show how people just pops up by my vehicle when I disappear from my vehicle for a long period of time. Even if I park it in a driveway or whatever, right? So, see, this is why I don't really speak on certain stuff, because I like to observe. I'm not a person that like to talk about certain things. I like to observe and get my information and keep it moving. So, me noticing that, right? And then they doing different things. So, like I said, I got incarcerated 2 times since this happened, and every time I get incarcerated for bull crap that they locked me up for, they dismiss the case, right? So it's just funny how every time I go and I go for the court dates, I never get seen in front of a judge or anything. It gets dismissed before I can even walk into the courtroom. But I always get stopped with questions, right? So last time I get stopped with questions, survey questions, and pretty much the survey questions was pretty much about gang stalking, right? Because the person was asking me if I ever get paid or any type of reimbursement for doing certain things to people, like for a place to stay or a gift card or anything, right? And I'm sitting here now, mind you, I stopped to hear the questions because the person said I could skip. I don't have to answer. I could skip them, so I skipped all of them, but I wanted to hear them. So basically, it ran down to human trafficking, right? Pretty much all the questions was basically about gang stalking and human trafficking, right? So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, it's funny how a lot of things is just playing out, right? Because I don't really move around like that, because like I said, they're trying to block every avenue of mine. So I don't really move around as much, but I still get things to happen for me, right? So I start to see different patterns, and when I seen this video with homeboy, he from New York, he from my area, so it's like, that's the first person I ever heard, because anybody I talk to, they make it sound like I'm crazy, right? So for me to hear him talk about it, it made me realize I'm far from crazy, right? Now, I never stripped my vehicle to find it out, I just let people do what they do, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not worried, so I just do my thing a little differently, that's all. Now, I'm not even going to keep this going any longer, because, like I said, I'm just trying to address certain things. And it's just funny how, like I said, I know my city, and I know when certain things is being done and when things ain't right? Now, for me to be a person that don't really get into any problems. Like, I don't even really socialize like that with people. I like really being to myself, right? For me to be having so much problems in like the past 5 years, it's been crazy. So, like I said, I'm just observing and playing a paper game right now, and I'm gonna keep doing that until whatever happens, right? So, like I said, I'm gonna get back to what I've been doing. You know, I'm addressing this because people say that you crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. You hearing people putting out videos saying what they doing, and then you hearing other people talking about they going through some strange shit too. So I'm gonna play this last clip, and then I'm out. But I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Alright, y'all, peace.
So they coming up with a new prison that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is going to have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify. And the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're going to try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years. Last year, the U.S. government spent $8.7 billion taxpayers' dollars on the prison. They say with this new prison, they can save money for health care, education. Also, they feel that it will be so many